Hi, I'm Dorien.
And I'm Zack.
And I'm the owner of Tensei Modz.
Co-owner. And this is the day in the life of Tensei Modz.
My boy.
If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. I fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. Sometimes I think sitting on trains. Every step I get to, I'm clocking that game. Everyone's a winner, we're making our fame. Bonafide hustler, making my name. Sometimes I think sitting on trains. Every step I get to, I'm clocking that game. Everyone's a winner, we're making our fame. Bonafide hustler, making my name.
That was never friendly, yeah. Now I'm jumping out of Bentley, yeah. And I know I sound dramatic, yeah. But I know I had to have it, yeah. For the money, I'm a savage, yeah. I be itching like I had it, yeah. I'm surrounded 20 bad bitches, yeah. But they didn't know me last year, yeah. Everyone wanna act like they important, but all that mean nothing when I saw my door, yeah. Everyone counting on me, drop the ball, yeah. Everything custom like I'm at the bottom, yeah, yeah. If you fuck with winning, put your lighters to the sky. How could I make sense when I got millions on my mind? Coming with that bullshit, I just put it to the side. Bought a sense of baby, they could see it in my eyes. My mama called, see you on TV. Sunset shit done changed. Ever since we was on, I dreamed it all. Ever since that was never friendly, yeah. Now I'm jumping out of Bentley, yeah. And I know I sound dramatic, yeah. But I know I had to have it, yeah. For the money, I'm a savage, yeah. I be itching like I had it, yeah. I'm surrounded 20 bad bitches, yeah. But they didn't know me last year, yeah. Everyone wanna act like they important, but all that mean nothing when I saw my door, yeah. Everyone counting on me, drop the ball, yeah. Everything custom like I'm at the bottom, yeah, yeah. If you fuck with winning, put your lighters to the sky. How could I make sense when I got millions on my mind? Coming with that bullshit, I just put it to the side. Bought a sense of baby, they could see it in my eyes. My mama called, see you on TV. Sunset shit done changed. Ever since we was on, I dreamed it all. Ever since I was.
Those are repairs for customers. Gotta take them in the iron furnace. Professionally.
Yeah. Shout out Alan's Iron Furnace.
Sorry, I couldn't help you. All good. Hey, how can we help you? Oh, yeah, I knew. As soon as I saw who it was. Yeah, I got you, brother.
So this one is a power supply issue. The white PSP. Dark Vader.
Hey, y'all need to work with us on this.
PSP?
Yeah, y'all need to work with us. He's at 7 for this, and I got 10 on it, so I'm just 2-5.
Which one?
This, I'll give this 7 for it. You don't even take this.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get this 5 for this. I don't know if that 2 is, but it's a little water damage. I won't want it.
Does he do Guitar Hero 2 and 3 on?
Nah, I know we don't, because we got a boatload of them. We got a boatload of them over there.
Does he?
What's this? Y'all need some Leapfrog Express games.
Man, I ain't seen the Leapfrog games in a minute.
It don't turn on though. It ain't got a charger. Is this a charger? Nah, this can't be it. Nah.
Does it got a battery in it?
It does, but it's a OEM battery,
Oh,
so
yeah,
you know.
she's dusty regardless.
Yeah, you know how that goes.
I hate flux
Is
cooler.
there anything in this?
And
No, there ain't.
I hate loading the flux.
Well, he doesn't buy Ultimate ones.
No, this the PS3.
Flux has way more spatter.
Just do it, brother. Just do it.
We need this thing. We need what? 100?
110. We could do 110
Well,
on
we
it.
don't even know if it works.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
I don't even know if it works. Well, hey, keep us in mind with PSPs.
You like the? Now, what are your favorite handhelds?
PSPs, PS Vitas, like 3DS. And like
You know 3DSs are hard as fuck to get.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to... I'm assuming not a lot of people bring 3DSs in here, right?
Not a lot, but they come in. We got the 2DS, we got the XLs, a couple a month. And
yeah, if you get the XLs and they're clean, like we'll pay good on them. We do 70 on them.
Where you at on this one, man?
oh,
How much you pay for it?
No, this is
Because on
not-
our buy list, we pay 70.
yeah, I pay like 50 or 60 for those. Those I think both of those are pretty much the same. I think they're the 1X.
Well, I think this is the 1S.
No,
Oh,
this
is that one of
is
those?
an X.
Is it?
Yep.
Let me check.
It's just a white one.
Yeah. You usually come across the black one more for sure.
You know it is 1X, yeah. So we'd sell these usually for around
Yeah, retail.
149
Yeah,
probably
retail.
retail.
We do 149 with controller. Because what I try to do is buy.
$60 in credit. We trade our loose discs.
Oh, really?
Our cheaper stuff that don't, like for example, and like they're doing 40% trade boost for Switch 2 games.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
Damn, now that I know that, I might bring all my loose
Like
discs
a
to
good
mine.
example, like Crash Bandicoot Trilogy on PS4, they give $9 for it. It charged for like 11. So like that's a pretty good deal. If I sold it online, I'd make about the same, maybe a little less.
Western Hills.
Here we go. You seen him at the bar event too.
Oh yeah, you were up
This
there.
guy
Yeah.
rides with us so hard, man. He's always getting stuff off of us. I look out for him too, like people that hit us up a lot, support. If they're looking for things, like he's partially colorblind, so he's been wanting a black weed forever.
Yeah.
Bro, I got him a black weed. It
There
took
you
me.
go.
I went out of my way too because I knew he needed it, man. It was so hard. I swear, it's like as soon as I need a black weed, I can't find one. I don't know what it was. It took me like a month or two. But I'm giving you extras too.
Oh yeah.
You got a winner Olympics '98 right there.
All right.
And then,
Hexen. Now that was my shit when it first
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah.
I was in the store with my brother and had to get it. Cruising
Yeah.
USA and freaking arcade.
Yeah, I slapped like $7 off like total because of that.
Okay.
But
Oh.
if you want a cleaner one,
even
when we
matter.
find it, we can swap it.
No, it's
We
all
were
good.
talking about you being
What
a
the
tennis
fuck?
fan.
Dude, no way.
Yeah, it's
Are
like
you
a-
serious?
It's like a promo banner for
No,
yeah.
dude, that's the
It's got
two-
like a little fucking I don't even know what the fuck that is.
All right,
but
so that's Roger
that's all
Federer
you.
from Switzerland. He's
There-
like the
see?
third best all time.
Hey.
He's got the most
She's the baddest. She's
You cut the video. He says she's a bad
Bro,
bitch.
I don't even. Bro, this is probably like the best gift I've ever got from somebody. Like
Yeah, dude, I got it at
Dude.
GameStop. It's like one of those promo cloth
Yeah,
banners they
the
hang up.
Dude,
2K25.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, there you go. Put it in your
Dude,
game
thank
room.
you,
Put it
thank
in your
you,
game room, bro.
dude.
I
It's
got you.
getting fucking framed.
For sure, bro.
Oh my god, thank you so
I'm
much.
always
for that.
trying to get them freevies.
I mean,
at
I was watching
dude.
the
Oh,
rounds
yeah.
of tennis before I came over.
Was you?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
They're
I
at the
was
French
talking.
Open, so.
I was talking about him, like about it with him, and I was like, "What sport did he say he really liked?" He was like, "Tennis." I was like, "Dude, that's been in my backseat for literally like a year."
For real?
Yeah, no joke.
Dude.
It's been in my backseat for like a year.
I mean,
I got it in a GameStop in Kentucky.
I got his autograph on.
I'm Dorien Hardy. I'm the owner of Tensei Modz.
And I'm Zach Glass, co-owner. We operate out of Cincinnati, Ohio, primarily an online shop, operating out of his basement, eBay, Mercari, and primarily a Facebook page where we buy, sell, trade video games and collectibles.
So how long has Tensei Modz been open?
Since 2023 is when I first started by myself. I went a whole year by myself, and then it started ramping up to the point where like it was becoming too much. Where like I'm literally working 24/7 by myself. Like I would get done cooking dinner, and I'm going downstairs to pack all night, mod stuff all night, and scaled. I started off with mods, and like that increased my money to the point where I started like buying collections. And then that's when Zach came along, and he brought a ton of inventory because he was sourcing at yard sales. What else were you sourcing at? You were sourcing like everywhere.
Yard sales, pawn shops, thrift stores, Facebook Marketplace, storage locker guys. I mean, you name it. Pretty much any way possible. Friends, family, all that kind of stuff.
My dude came through with like 5 copies of Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
And I'm like hurting for Luigi's Mansion. I'm like, all right, yeah. He kind of, I wouldn't say forced his way in, but we talked a lot about partnering up for like 6 months. And it just got to the point where it was like, Zach was like, I'm coming through. I'm going to quit my job. Like, we're just about to do this. And he kind of just was like over that day. And then like within a week, I swear, you quit your job and we were rolling.
Originally, I met Dorien. I got a Sakura Pink PlayStation 2 imported from Japan, and I was trying to get it region unlocked. Well, that model, you can't region unlock it. I ended up having him mod it for me, and that's how I initially came across them. And then I was doing Mercari, working Frito-Lay 40, 50 hours a week with a kid and a family, doing the games on the side. Mercari, really just games. I was pushing my consoles really to him, and that's kind of how we formed our relationship. And he has such a tremendous pool on Facebook with advertising, people coming to buy and sell just off Facebook, where I was good at obtaining items, but I pretty much had to rely on like people on Mercari to sell my stuff. So when I kind of put 2 and 2 together, I did like kind of push down on him a little bit. Like, we need to do this. Like, I know we could make it work perfectly.
It's definitely paid off in a big way. I mean, like, he helps big time with packing, sourcing. Now, at first when he came, I would sell, let's say, 1.2K worth of games on a Friday, like consoles and all types of stuff. Not on eBay, like through Tensei Modz. And Zach wasn't really selling as much, but he was sourcing and definitely listing on eBay. So like he was still pulling his weight. But now it's to the point where like people know Zach is part of this team, and he's selling $600, $700, $800 a day in games on Tensei Modz. This is like no fees. This is just straight up sales to people all over the country, sometimes international. But it hasn't been a few. I've done Singapore, Russia, and Taiwan. I sold a modded Dreamcast to somebody in Taiwan for like $550. I was like, what the heck? I didn't even know they like wanted that stuff over there. But I mean, it makes sense because games are hard to get over in those other countries like that. So like getting a modded console with all the games loaded on it, it's like a no-brainer for them.
We've dealt with really cool people too, like game developers buying stuff for their collections, NFL players and stuff wanting like modded consoles.
Bengals players, bro. I ain't gonna say their names, but 2 of them, like they came to my house and like I shook their hands. They were defensive linemen. These dudes, like I shook his hand. I felt like a little kid, bro. he was big as hell. I was like, damn, man, that dude was huge. And then he bought like a 3DS, a PS3, a Wii U, all types of shit. So, and now we're in talks with somebody from the Cleveland Browns. So I'm like, it's pretty dope, man. It's been a cool, super cool experience to like see this flourish the way it has, because I started this like. I basically was collecting for myself, and everything I would get from Facebook Market would be broke, people scamming, they say something and then they disappear, and I was just like, something was clicking in my brain like, even I would go to some game shops and I buy something and I have to fix it. And I'm paying like total market, over market, because they're a game shop. And I'm like, I gotta go home and fix this? I'm like, what the heck, man? I was like, if I offer this service, plus mods, plus games, plus fixing and repairs, and like keep true to my word, like there's never been once where we sold something, didn't work, and we're like, yeah, you're screwed. Like, nah, you get your money back ASAP, or you get it fixed ASAP,
or replace it, whatever the case is. We're gonna make things right, and I feel like that's why we've been able to garner such a following, especially locally as it expands.
Y'all kill on Facebook, dude.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Facebook, it kind of just transitioned well for me because I was always a big Facebook guy. Like, because I used to make beats for like 15 years and I had a couple songs go viral, like a couple million plays. And I was like, that really never turned into any money though. So like,
he's also doing crypto and other stuff.
Like, so. People kind of just followed me along for this journey. And you know, crypto's niche. Making beats is niche. There's a bunch of people that love me that I used to do that stuff and they rock with me, but for like the most part, the general population don't care about crypto or making music. But when it comes to games, like everybody loves video games. I would say like I be selling games to people who don't know nothing about games. I be selling games to hardcore gamers, collectors, all types of people, resellers. So it's like, I know they say gaming's niche, but it's the biggest industry in the world. Like, it's bigger than movies. It's bigger than music. So like, and this is just retro stuff, but I mean, we do modern too, but it all correlates like really well. I think it just kind of transitioned from like, I'm a beat maker to like this guy who's selling video games now, and it really worked out.
Yeah, it worked out great. So what's y'all's projected video game market in the next 5 years?
Great question.
So I've been collecting for about like 7 years. I got into retro game collecting like exactly 1 year before the pandemic happened and everything. So I really got this, I got just a little sliver of like, I could go to every single thrift store in my town and my car would be filled with all kinds of great stuff for dirt cheap. You know, like, I paid like 60 cents for a Def Jam Fight for New York on Xbox one day because they were doing a 50% off, you know? Like, I found some really awesome stuff thrifting, but as soon, like, that just disappeared overnight almost. Like, crazy. Sports was $30.
Back in 2014 when it was crazy easy. You could go find Persona 2 on PS1 at like a game store for $40, and I thought that was expensive. I'm like, damn, this is $40. I built a massive collection in 2014 when I was a little bit younger and money was a lot tighter, and then something happened where I had to offload everything to a game store and got maybe 40% or whatever. But I wasn't sad because I was like PS4 at that time, PC. I was like, I'm cool on all the retro stuff. But then something clicked. I bought a CIB GBA game and a Steam Deck. So I bought a Steam Deck, right? I was playing my Steam Deck, loaded up with every retro game in the world. I was playing it, and I'm like, this is awesome. I love these old games. And I was like, man, I want some physicals, though. Like, this just ain't hitting the same. So I went to Arcade Legacy, bought Sword of Mana. This was my first game out of all these games in there. CIB for like $75, and I was just driving home like, damn, this is the real deal. Like, I was like, bro, I'm about to collect everything. So like, I went crazy, and now I won't even play. Like, I'm called Tensei Modz. I don't got a single modded console in my personal collection. All physicals, bro.
Other than the PS.
Now, I don't lie. The GameCube in my living room is modded, but that's because everybody plays it, and I don't want everybody grabbing my games.
Mine's modded too. It's because it's Japanese and you can't play US games. So I had to mod it so I could play US disc. But for like that reason, I have parties where just literally play SD card. Like, you're not touching my Pokemon Coliseum.
I want to play this game. Let's take it out of the
or my Fire, none of that. Like, but if I'm playing the game by myself, I'm putting that disc in because it just hits different.
Right.
Yeah, but like over 5 years, as far as me, man, I don't know, bro. Like,
the market's going to go up or the market's going to stay down?
We're definitely going to just keep going up.
Kind of what I was leading into is I got in there right before the pandemic and the whole spike and everything, and things did kind of, you know, simmer back down a little bit, but like currently, right now in this market, like
It's at all-time high.
the Pokemon games are only going up. Like there's certain titles like they're not going nowhere. You know what I mean?
Like the gaming.
Like the market.
Okay, I thought you were saying.
So right now, like the gaming market, they say it's like almost at an all-time high.
It is
right
at
now.
all-time high.
You think it's going to go above that in 5 years or stay?
No, I definitely think it's either going to stay where it is, maybe taper down a little bit.
It depends. In my opinion, it depends on category.
Yeah.
I think category is the biggest thing because right now what you're seeing is a huge spike in all DS handheld in general because that's the generation. My generation. I'm 23.
34.
He's 34. But that's what they all want. They just want a DS where every Pokemon, Zelda, all that kind of stuff's on it, and I think that's kind of the trend right now. And I feel like that's just what's going to really follow over time. I mean, he was going to the pawn shop. Probably 7-8 years ago, you could find Galaxy 3DS
For $100.
like no tomorrow. Yeah, so
$100, and at the time I was like, I don't want that shit.
that's a $350 console now.
But yeah, other than.
But I think it's just going to be dependent on category. You know, inevitably when they close the PlayStation Store for PlayStation 3, like you'll see a rise in that market. And
So what's y'all's goal for the next 2 years?
I would say more so keep cranking social media a little bit harder, and I know that's crazy because we
so currently with Facebook's pretty much the only social media we use. We post multiple times a day, every day.
We are on TikTok and IG, but it's very sparse on there.
Right.
We will upload occasionally, but like none of those sites generate sales for us. So when we're posting, most of the sales are coming through Facebook. I've probably sold like 2 things on IG compared to 5,000 on Facebook. So I'm like, why even post on IG? But I know it's definitely worth it because IG has a big following too. Like Professor Raichu, like he posts a billion things a day and sells all types.
Shout out to him. He's a great seller on there.
So I look at that and I'm like, dang, we need to use IG too. But like they're not using Facebook, and I feel like we're killing it on Facebook.
Yeah, that's where all my soda coming from now.
Right, all of the collection buyouts, everything.
Yeah, I think Facebook's gonna have a huge influx. I mean, you even see a lot of video game stores going extremely viral on there for just content, not even trying to sell stuff on there, just content.
I would say too, like definitely YouTube. Maybe I don't know if I'm sold on the idea of being like a YouTuber.
I think y'all fucking kill it, dude.
I mean, I think it would be dope because we're like.
I think
not even YouTube. I think y'all kill it in the streaming aspect. If you just set cameras up, dude, of what y'all do while you're here working, I think we would watch it.
I think to kind of wrap back around with the whole Facebook thing, though, we're currently at almost 5.5 thousand followers on Facebook. I think in the next 2 years, like, to get it 10,000 would be like amazing. It would be so incredible.
Well, that was our goal this year. We started it when he came. We were at 2.4.
The holiday gave us like, I think when I came in October of last year. I think when I came, you had like 2.2.
Yeah.
I mean, we pretty much doubled that within the first 2 or 3 months of me coming on. So but it was also holiday time, so we had a huge explosion. It's kind of slowed down a bit.
PS5 giveaways, we had Steam Deck, Asus Rogue. Man, we be giving away some cool stuff.
Anyway, we're doing a giveaway right now. When we get to 5,000 followers, we're giving away another PlayStation 5. So
6,000. 'Cause we're at 5.4.
Oh yeah, you're right. 6,000.
We gotta get to 6, and we're giving away a PS5. Whoever wins it, don't matter where you are, we'll ship it right to your door. But yeah, I mean, definitely YouTube, definitely social media, being more consistent on those. That's the major goal.
Yeah, the consistency on the YouTube. We need more consistency on YouTube.
It's almost like like, bro, we get so much good stuff in and collections and stuff, and we're not even really on any of those sites where like a lot of people gravitate to watch stuff. We're just on Facebook.
Well, and when we do talk about making content and doing stuff on our YouTube page, we get really good reception. We have about 260 subscribers on our YouTube, despite not. I mean, there's probably like 5 videos on there, probably a dozen shorts.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're at like 260 subscribers, so that's pretty much just overlap of Facebook coming over. Yeah, and we want to do like monthly pickup videos, collection tour, kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, I think so too, because I feel like me and you got like some pretty hefty collections. Like, pretty
I mean, yeah, like I was telling you, you're going, dude. Like, I thought I had a good collection. I mean, my collection's like 15 grand, but like y'all's are like.
Yeah, that's what happens when, well, I don't know. That's just kind of what happened. Like, I was going crazy with it to the point where, like, it was kind of hard to make money.
I mean, before I, like, quit my job and did this full time, my collection was probably, like, worth half of what it is now. Yeah, and, I mean, I've only been doing this full time since October of last year, so that's 9 months.
9 months, yeah. Yeah, it's been fun though.
Yeah,
sure.
It's been. I'm blessed. It was pain working at a warehouse 40, 50 hours a week, not being able to see my daughter and stuff. That's another great benefit for me and him. We have kids. They're essentially the same age, so we be sitting in here processing, doing whatever we got to do. Yeah, 3 kids in the basement running around.
Yeah, I mean, I come from a background of 15 years construction, and I wouldn't say I hated my job, but it wasn't fun or fulfilling. I would just be like at work, like, can't wait to get home. This is boring, blah blah blah, and I'm like, what am I gonna figure out where I'm doing something where like I wake up at 6 in the morning now, and I'm like ready to go. Like, this is fun to me compared to when I used to wake up at 7:30, 8, 9. Like being late to work because I didn't even want to go to work. So like, it's crazy when you're like locked in and you really want to go to work. I'm up at 6. I'm like, I'm ready to go. Zach's texting me at like 6:45. I'm on the way to pick up 2 PS5s. I'm on the way to do this. I'm dropping off that. I'm at the gym. I'm just like in a totally different headspace than I was when I was doing construction for 15 years.
100% the same for me as well. For like the first like 4 or 5 months of doing this full time, I catch myself in moments where like I don't even know like how to explain it. Like, I didn't feel real. Like like literally like I literally like did not feel like a real person because it just felt so wrong. Like I don't know, like something just was not right because it's like, man, like I'm sitting here picking up PlayStation 3 games and this, that, and all the other, and it's 2:30 on a Tuesday. Like, I should be somewhere else. Is like how I felt for like those first 4 or 5 months. It just felt like so just surreal. Like, it's a blessing to be able to do like what I love, you know. So
yeah, you definitely gotta put in some sweat and equity though.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks you could just come in and just start selling games. Like, no, you gotta really, bro. I'm not lying to you. When I say I was working 24/7 for like a year, I was working 24/7 to the point where me and my lady had to go to couples therapy because she was like, dude, you work too much. Like, I was like, but I got to get this off the ground. And now we're at a point where I don't got to do that no more. We usually try to wrap it up at 2:30. Our days are done at 2:30.
yeah, typically, yeah.
And we're good. And then
Unless
the
there's
weekends,
something big going
unless
on.
something big pops up, then we might work a little later. Like today, we're working a little later because you came to see us. We had to do some PS5 stuff. But generally, 2:30, he's out the door. I'm playing Silent Hill. And I'm spending time with my kids and my lady, like making them happy. So definitely got to put that sweat equity in. It ain't just going to come to you like, oh yeah, I just bought a lot and I'm a nobody and I'm going to try to move this on Facebook.
Yeah,
good
and
luck.
like for me, like even when I was working 40, 50 hours a week, like I was putting another 20 in on my off days, sourcing inventory and stuff, like especially like, you know, it can get really discouraging sometimes too when you're doing like the yard sales and the pawn shops and all that kind of stuff. Like there was just a community sale last weekend. I was out there for 7 hours straight. In the first 2 hours, I didn't find literally anything at all. But by the end of the day, like my whole back seat was filled with games, and like you see the posts that I make, and you think like, oh my goodness, like
He's killing it.
yeah, like, but you don't see that like I was with my child, or like my child was around my waist, and I was outside hitting yard sales for 7 hours straight.
And that's why we do well, because he'll be doing that, hitting yard sales, getting stuff for next to nothing, and then I'm buying a collection off some guy that's crazy. Like crazy, it's expensive, but we're still gonna do good on it. So it's like we're hitting both sides. We're buying collections off collectors that know what it's worth. He's hitting yard sales and he buys collections, so it all works out. Like
yeah, and then
bro.
him with the console side too. Like he's very knowledgeable with like the hardware and repairs and all that. That was something I'm more knowledgeable about the games and like the weird, like Hulk, like Xbox 360 Red Hulk variant, and just wacky stuff like that. Like that's more of my side. So the two combined is like really solid work.
Facts.
All right, next question. Favorite console, favorite game?
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. I bounce a lot.
Too. I was like a
We're doing it all the time. Like if you had all right, next question. Let's do this. If you had to play one game system for the rest of your life, which one would it be? Cannot be a PC.
That's what I was gonna go with.
I know you was. That's why I said it.
It
have to be that backwards compatible PlayStation 3.
Probably the backwards PS3, just because I'm getting 3 consoles in one.
Yeah. 100%.
I was gonna say P5, but I don't have that much fun with P5 games. I mean, there's a couple good ones I played, but like P2, the library is endless. P1, endless. P3 is a little more sparse on the batteries, but
I go back and forth a lot. But like PlayStation 1 is like it's my favorite a lot of the time, honestly.
Yeah.
But again, like getting up with him and everything, I've been kind of becoming a little bit of a Sega fanboy. Like I get really excited for Dreamcast and Saturn stuff to come through, so I do lean towards that a lot now. But just the RPGs and the horror games, like PlayStation's just so solid for it. I mean, I could spend endless time. Gauntlet Legends too. I love Gauntlet Legends. Like I can never say one game's my favorite game.
Well, that's the next question. So what is your favorite game?
I can't.
my favorite series,
Favorite series.
might be like the Shin Megami Tensei. I got it tatted all over my body, and that's what my business is modeled or named after. So I love the Shin Megami Tensei series. I just love the devil, the artwork, the angel like war stuff. I've always thought it's super cool how you can like read each demon's mythology, and I was just like, this is cool as hell. Like, and every game's different from in the series, so you can kind of just play them as you want. You don't have to like start hearing plays through all of them. You just everyone's its own story. Minus like Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2, they're like continuations. But that's probably my favorite series when it comes to like series. I could never pick a favorite game though.
What's your favorite series, Zach?
I'd probably have to go with like Silent Hill. Silent Hill or Resident Evil. Like I love them so much. Getting all the Silent Hill games in my collection, that was like, and again, I did that before I was doing this full time. Like that was just like the pinnacle for me for collecting, getting the Shattered Memories and all of that. And they're such fun games. Me and my wife Lauren, we have so much fun playing them together.
So you play your Silent Hills?
Yeah, absolutely.
I got a copy of all of them.
He got me into horror. Like I was very not anti-horror. I just would buy them and not play them. And I start playing them, and I'm like, yo, this is fun. This is scary.